Alright, so this is kind of a late night video for me. I don't normally upload this late, but I thought I'd just do it because new season, pretty exciting. I got held up with some other things I had to do today, so I couldn't get this video out earlier. But today we're just going to talk about the Crash multiplayer map and my initial thoughts on the Battle Pass after getting about 5 tiers done. So with knowing that I can earn back the COD points that I spend by progressing through this Battle Pass, I went ahead and coughed up 10 hard-earned dollars for the Battle Pass, and we're just going to see how it goes throughout the season. I will update you guys with how I feel later, but my initial impressions is that the content in the stream is actually kind of cool. There's some pretty cool variants, some decent skins. I like some of the watches that are in there. It's nothing crazy, but it's fun to progress through. Of course, I didn't have to spend any money to get the new weapons. All I would have to do is progress through 31 tiers. But here's where I have a problem. My understanding was that the officer ranks were going to be tied to the loot stream, so that every level of your officer ranks would be a new piece of loot. So your first 20 to 30 tiers would be pretty fast, but then it would slow down, forcing you to optimize your XP gain. But what it looks like is that the tiers are independent of your level, but still require XP to progress. And it seems to me that it's about 30,000? Anywhere from like 25 to 35,000 XP required to progress through each tier. I was an idiot and didn't track my early games while playing, so I unfortunately am not able to give you guys an exact number as to how much XP, but it's about 30,000, that's what my friend and I figured out. And 30,000 XP does not come super easy, but at least you can optimize it by completing challenges, getting camos, doing dailies, doing missions. Yeah, that's great. I love that. I like that if I play the objective, I get my new piece of loot faster. That's a cool system, but I do feel like it's not going to feel as rewarding as it could. I got about 5 tiers in about 4 hours, and that doesn't feel very good. Now, there will be double XP weekends. I'll get double XP tokens. In fact, I've already earned double XP tokens in the loot stream, so I can move it right along. And I like that even the little bits of XP that you get in Spec Ops counts, and the XP you get from Trials also counts. So that's great. That really is an exceptional system. My one problem though, instead of it starting out easy and getting harder, it'll be one solid chunk of grinding every time. And that reminds me of the 50,000 XP required for each level after max prestige during Black Ops 3. Now, at least during this, I'll actually get something for my time, but I do wish that it could be lightened a little bit. I was hoping it'd be 1-to-1 with the officer rank, so as I progress and get XP, it gets a little bit harder, but it's at least relative to my officer ranks, but instead it's independent, so you're leveling up your officer ranks at the same time you're having to build up a ton of XP per tier. Now, if you sweat really hard and you go for as much XP as possible, you can probably get about 5 tiers in like 3 hours, which isn't that bad considering the fact that we have 61 days to do this and there's 100 tiers. It's not too bad of an idea, but there are no daily tier skips, but at least there are daily challenges to propel you forward. But double XP tokens don't work the way I wish they did. In this game, double XP tokens activate the moment you activate them, and even when you're in the lobby or if you turn off the game, it doesn't matter. They're still going. And ideally, how a double XP token would work is like in Infinite Warfare, where at the end of a game you get to activate it, and if you want to use one of your tokens like that, or have it only count your in-game time and not your lobby wait time. My buddy has activated a double XP token and lost 5 minutes of it because the game would not put us into a lobby. Yes, we had crossplay on, and yes, all of our nat types are open. So I don't know, it could be a little bit better, and there's ways they can improve it. My initial idea is that there should be a daily tier skip, like in Black Ops 4. I believe that double XP tokens should only activate during in-game time, and I think finishing out games should give you massive match bonuses. This game gives you a good match bonus, but I want larger match bonuses for completing games, because people rage quit a lot in Modern Warfare, and I think there should be a good reward for people that tough out the game. One of the things that this will encourage is very aggressive objective play, because people will want to maximize their XP, especially when some YouTuber finds out exactly how much XP is required per tier. people are going to try to maximize that as much as possible. They will be on the hard point, on the B flag, they will be on the headquarters, they will be planting the bomb in SND, they will be going for kills, kills, kills. People will be trying to maximize their score per minute. So you might think that's great because people can't camp and get a ton of XP, so people that camp will get less loot. That's a great thing in some cases, but games are about to get a lot sweatier. So if you're one of those people that feels like skill-based matchmaking is biting you in the ass, just wait until everybody realizes, I need to play hard if I want this loot in a timely manner. I knew this was going to happen when I found out that the tiers are progressed through XP. I knew that people were going to play harder. But because each tier requires so much XP, people are going to play really hard all the time. And I feel like this will lead a lot of people into feeling frustrated if they're not as good. They're gonna feel like they're being let down by the loot system because they're not playing hard enough or they're not good enough, and that will kind of suck. But in my opinion, it's a lot better than Black Ops 4, basically telling you that no matter how well you do in any match that you play, you will progress the same amount based on your time. So if your time is spent going 0 and 52, it's still time played, here's your loot. If you go 52 and 0, doesn't matter, here's your loot. In Black Ops 4, you were not rewarded for being better than another player because it just mattered who had the most playtime. So if somebody had a 0.2 KD but played more than you, they had more loot than you. And I like that this takes your skill into account. I think that's how it should be. Your score per minute, your ability to play the objective, your ability to help out your team and complete challenges, that is what's taken into account, and I think that's wonderful. I'd rather the game encourage sweatier play than the game have a loot system that doesn't care how good I am. But then again, Black Ops 4 just didn't really feel like a game that cared about how good you are. Anyway, overly simplistic map design, assists just counted as kills because why not? And then you also have the problem of specialist abilities and weapons that just won people gunfights and gave people those quad feeds that they're not normally able to get with regular weapons. It was very noob friendly, Black Ops 4. And I like that Modern Warfare is taking the harder approach. If you want loot, get off your ass, go play in objective mode, or you're not getting your new weapons, or you're not getting that new watch you want, you're not getting that cool variant, you're not getting that cool outfit, and I like that. It encourages people to get off their ass and play the damn game, instead of just sitting in corners trying to annoy everybody that's ultra sensitive to that sort of thing. Now, speaking of corner camping, how does Crash play in Modern Warfare? Crash, in my opinion, plays really well in Modern Warfare. I like the opening and closing doors on the map. I like that there's a flank route on the long alleyway now, so it's not just a meat grinder anymore. I don't know how I feel about the head glitch spot behind the pharmacy, but I might learn to live with it. I think it's just kind of growing pains. I think it's a little bit weird, but I like the map. I will say some people that I was playing with today were trying their hardest to be the most asshole campers in existence. And I genuinely don't even think it's Modern Warfare's fault. I don't think you can blame footstep audio. I don't think you can blame the minimap or ghost perk. Some people have now decided that it is just hilarious to piss people off by camping. So in the most extreme ways possible, like tack insert or trophy system down, 2 landmines in each doorway, and then sit on the stairs with a shotgun. That kind of shit is funny to these types of people, and I guess if that's how they want to have their fun, I'll put on some perks and weapons to counter it, and I'll have a little less fun, but they will as well, and I think that's a fair trade-off. I don't know, trolls have always existed, and I think it's up to us to properly deal with them as skilled, proficient players that care about the game and don't just want to piss everyone off inside of it. But overall, Crash plays pretty well, and I like that once I got into my rhythm, I was able to make the same flanks that I was able to make in Call of Duty 4, take the same pathways, and go on similar streaks that I used to go on. In my opinion, the best game modes I played on it were Kill Confirmed, Headquarters, and Domination. Team deathmatch is of course just going to be campier, and I don't always want to deal with that, so Kill Confirmed and Domination, Headquarters, they played amazing. Hardpoint felt really bad. Maybe this is just growing pains. I've never played Hardpoint on Crash before, so I don't know how to play it, but some of the Hardpoint locations are tucked in corners and in tight buildings that have very few exit routes and very few ways to push them that aren't really predictable. So it was a little frustrating, I have to admit. But overall, Crash, in my opinion, has been a positive addition to Modern Warfare, and I look forward to talking about the new Ground War map, I might go over the new gunfight maps if you guys want me to. I kind of doubt it. When I unlock the new weapons, you guys can guarantee that I will do my casual overviews of them like I do with every other weapon in Modern Warfare. But that's kind of the end of my opinions right now. I feel like, there's my opinions on the loot stream, and there's my opinions on Crash. I think it's good. We all know what Crash is. We've had it in COD 4, Modern Warfare 2, COD Mobile, Modern Warfare Remastered. I think we all know and love Crash for what it is. But I think the reason they brought this map back again is so that they can do Christmas Crash again. And if that's the case, I'm all for it. Christmas Crash, as you guys know, is one of my top 3 favorite FPS maps of all time. So, yeah, hopefully we get Christmas Crash Modern Warfare 2019 edition. So let me know in the comments how you feel about Season 1, and if I got anything wrong about Season 1. And also, press F in your comment for my Iron Man action figure that, ate shit and fell off my desk while I was recording this video. I don't know what happened. He was standing there, he was all nice and heroic, as he is, and then, bloop, right onto the floor. See you when I see you. Goodbye.